Greetings everyone, this is me again, Zahra Bazak. Last time I was not able to explain in my previous live stream that it's Prophet Muhammad how, who has taken these the ambiguous ayats. Oh, sorry, there's some pressure on me and panic struck. There's some energy that's hurting me and creating an obstacle for me to not come here and do my work properly on this or my live streams, or prepare myself properly or talk properly. So please bear with me. There's a lot of panic inside and disturbance in my mind, being pressure also. So the obstacle is on by the Muslims. I think in a covert manner, very disturbing. Last time, Yazwai came here and said that you are extremely severely misunderstanding the Quranites and all this. And the Muslims have done good. Now they're treating you well, right? So at least that's a favor the Muslims have done on me, and I'm very grateful to them. But let me tell you that the freedom of religion is a right, maybe birthright that religions have taken from us. You cannot force people obliterating their faces to make them believe in it. And it's wrong to say, that those whose faces you would obliterate would go to heaven. Right, Surah Nisa 47, is it? Obliterating faces. I can't remember the ayat properly. So I apologize for last time repeating and not coming to the point. I was unable to make the come to the point, making even the title here. Now I've made it by the help of someone other than Allah. Prophet Muhammad did Miraj. Okay, they're doing something to my eyesight also, like my sight, my eyes. So it will be slow. I'm sorry, my performance will be low. There's a panic inside. God knows what they're doing. So how they're doing it, actually. Maybe sending spirits or something, giving me headaches every day before I get up. I get up with headaches and then haven't slept properly. Yet then I have to get up to take some pills or something. Okay, Ali Imran verse 7, it says, "It is he who has sent down to you, O Muhammad, the book. In it are verses that are precise. They are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific." Something. "And for those in whose hearts is deviation from truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking an interpretation." In brackets, suitable to them, meaning even this ayat is not that clear, seeking an interpretation. What does that mean? And no one knows its interpretation. They have to put true in bracket here, except Allah. But those firm in knowledge say, we believe in it, all of it is from our Lord. They're looking at me. So. Okay, I'm my hands. We believe in it. Obstacles, sorry. I'm being harassed on the psychic level. But those firm in knowledge say, we believe in it. All of it is from Allah. from our Lord, and no one will be reminded except those of understanding. Now the thing is that how Prophet Muhammad has used these ayats, and what, I don't know where this Quran has come from, but sometimes in inference I could say that there are some ayats which show that the polytheists were having a discourse with a discussion with the Jews of that time, and some coming from the Christians, like that. I don't know where the Trinity came from. That baby Maryam, Maryam is the mother of the third God with Allah. They worship. So that I don't know where that verse came from. Okay, so and how? Okay, I'll just that I cannot say, like how come this has happened. He's not a true prophet, and he's used this ayat, and I'll show you how from the Shia side, giving it to the Shias through his family, the Imam, especially Ali, right? Ali the Imam. And so that's how the Shia religious scholars take it. And there's like a conflict in this ayat between the Shias and the Sunnis, and how this is translated. And no one knows its true interpretation except Allah. There's a full stop here for the other rest of the Muslims, non-Shia Muslims, but not for the Shias. This ayat goes for the Shias as except Allah and those firm in knowledge. And then they say, we believe in it. Although they say we believe in it, all of it is from our Lord, and no one will be reminded except those of understanding. Yet there are some hearts deviated who seek these unspecific ayats in the Quran, and thus there are some unspecific ayats in the Quran. I read out in the end of my previous live stream, I don't know how many hours, 1 hour or something, I don't know. So a long one. I wonder if you got that, if you saw that, if you're interested. I read out Ala Maududi's footnotes on this. Unspecific ayats where your vision is dimmed. So some of the Muslims, they say to remain on the safe side due to this ayat. Let's not even just take the ayats on face value, and let's not even take those things that are implied in the ayat indirectly. Like, just take, okay, it says in Surah Nisa that obedience to Surah Nisa ayat 80, obedience to Prophet Muhammad is equivalent to obedience to Allah, right? So they don't think that they could be deceived. That's how they don't see it, the Muslims. The Shias, and about like it's worship and obedience is like associating with Allah, right? As I showed you, I think under Surah Zumar, ayah 3, was it? Or where here, right? It says in the footnote, Quran.com, thank you. Associating with Allah in worship and obedience is not allowed, not permitted at all in Islam. And this, okay, so this now showing you from the Shia side. Then, okay, here it says in like that. Oh yeah, about the Shia Sunni, there's a conflict about this. Surah Najm, and sorry, in Surah Najm, in this also, and in Surah Najm, I say. The Shias take Prophet Muhammad and Ali thereafter as an Imam. The 12 Shias also, Ismaili Shias, take Imam Ali as an Imam. I don't know, not the first Imam, but then they say that they're taking it from them. So this is by the one who got the message, right? And his cousin and son-in-law. And Ali was the chosen caliph, representative called Imam. Now, so by Allah. And the Sunnis take the Sahabas and the wives of the Prophet also, as in the hadiths, they take the hadiths and they say, they take them, they follow them, like the four Rashidun Caliph, although Imam Ali was the fourth, the first was the Sahaba, the second also, and the third also, Prophet Muhammad. So they go on that side. And both are in conflict. So blaming me for being extremely or severely misunderstanding these ayahs is wrong, you see. Because in some places I saw that although the Sunni interpretation and translation is right in the footnote, the Shia is wrong, like in Surah Najm ayahs, and then you go to Surah Takwir ayat and you see that is the angel of God or some Rasul Kareem who is different from the messenger, and Allah who is with Allah, with the owner of the throne secure, possessor of power. So when in Surah Najm ayat it says, do, like he's full of quwwah, it could not mean that it's Allah, the Supreme One, like the Shia commentary goes on that. Surah Najm, I checked in multilingual Quran, and I'm going to show you that too. But the thing is, the problem is, the problem is Prophet Muhammad himself, right? He's the one. Now I've taken it this way, I know the hard way. It's very difficult to explain and show, so please bear with me if you are interested in the truth. Then see that which, even like for me, you can't say that. You see, our Shia religious scholars are of a great, the fruit, their mannerism is great, right? So anyone saying that now the Muslims' mannerism even greater than the Hindus, you can see Indian Hindus here, right? Please don't do this kind of a thing, right? And as a Shia, even if I had understood now Surah Ashura too, you're saying it's okay in retaliation, you're reading your tafsir and saying it's okay in retaliation because they attempted murder, assassination on Prophet Muhammad, right? It's okay in retaliation to break their houses, cast terror, that Allah did it. And the Sunnis take it on face value because of this Ali Imran verse 7. You see, so they don't even take the implied ayats the way it's implied, that there's, of course, intercession, association, and all this. Like in Surah Maida. Now, footnote I haven't read on this. I read out under this ayat. Thank you, Quran.com. Al Imran ayat 7. But you can read it. I've done this in my previous live stream. You can read it in Quran.com under Al Imran ayat 7. There are footnotes. Sunni's footnotes. Surah Maida. So I also want to know which is the true sect, school of thought. Or should I have joined Ismailis? Because they also, they believe in Imam Ali a lot. Right? Which is the true Imam also. The 12er Shia, the Ismailis, the Bori Shia. So sorry, I couldn't get to the Bori Shias, but Ismailis, yes. Now there's a conflict amongst them, even, and amongst the Shias and the Sunnis on Surah Najm ayat, which I will be showing you, and then you decide. And we have religious scholars with great behavior, right, and very simple living. So now that the Muslims are treating me right, thank you, yes, thank you. It's great. I'm much grateful to the Muslims in Arabia. But I don't know about Pakistan and the rest. And I still don't know here, like when they would take me. They're trying to harass me and create obstacles and show me that only the Muslims are good in behavior, not the Indian Hindus. Right? I mean, not humanitarian Hindus and what did someone say? Very competitive. Like that. But reason, please, proof here so much. And you want me to leave the truth that now I have found out through my own research, sharing this? Sorry, what is this? So you want me to leave the truth that I see by coaxing? What is that kind of a thing? Blaming me? Oh, you're putting your. What are you doing actually? What is that? This kind of a thing called bias? Why? In my previous life. That's not the reason why how you should live life. Live life on truth, justice, not molded good manners. It's a training you get. And just because now you feel that there are many ex-Muslims, then you should bring me. Actually, you're targeting me here. Otherwise, Christian Prince or someone, Arab Christian, doing this against Islam will not be listening to you. Doesn't have time to even explain, and then you go away. And I'm doing all the talking, and I talk and talk and talk. Get myself into trouble with the Arab Muslims also. If a Pakistani came here to do this, clever people doing this to trap others. And then I talk and talk. Definitely they don't. Even Shia obstacles here. I could feel it last night. Okay. Now in Surah Maida at 55, there's a word here which says, very important, is it? Yes, it is very important. Because it says your ally is none but Allah. And therefore his messenger, like that. Now therefore in brackets, we don't know. So, as well through their tafsirs, the Sunnis, therefore, and his messenger, and those who have believed, those who establish prayer and give zakah, and they bow. Sorry, this is the problem. I just haven't even finished my tea. So they're punishing me in a very I just got up. Haven't it's gone warm. It's not hot anymore. And so they, just pushed me like I can't do anything else properly. Even this I cannot do properly, let alone eat properly or wash my face properly. They've got me so provoked, so kept in such aggravation and provoked anger. I can't rest within myself. Okay, so forgive me if I answer back in that kind of a pathetic or berated manner. Loud, being loud, raising my voice and all this. Your ally is none, or only Allah, His Messenger, and those who believe and who establish prayer, pay zakah, and bow before Allah, God knows, are your allies. Surah Maida at 55. So, ally, this is very important, the red part, none. Your allies, none. But you see, I showed you in Surah Fussilat, or only Allah. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Only Allah. Only Allah, His Messenger, and those who believe, who establish prayer, pay. But here it says only Allah, but then in Surah Fussilat, I've shown you in my previous live stream, but not explained properly, not to the point. Couldn't come to the point, I don't know. Some problem in me yesterday in my previous live stream. Surah Fussilat, ayat 30. Indeed, those who have said our Lord is Allah and then remained on a right course, the angels will descend upon them, saying in brackets, do not fear and do not grieve, but receive good tidings of paradise, which you were promised. Then 31 of Surah Fussilat, we angels were your allies, were. Okay, so if I made a mistake saying in my previous, it's a very minor mistake. We were your allies, so this is now in the hereafter. Slight mistakes I make, but that's not doesn't make a big difference in this religion. Whether this was promised to you in this life, but were your allies in worldly life and are so in the hereafter. So, sorry, this is about the hereafter verse. And you will have therein whatever your souls desire, and you will have therein whatever you request or wish. So I said that now maybe they don't have to say, oh Allah. They don't even have to pray to Allah. They just have to, the desire, whatever they desire there in paradise, they get wherever they are hereafter, paradise. So this is not very clear. I need a clearer thing. Sorry, so I make these mistakes because I'm really confused about this religion. And moreover, I've seen the contradictions, but somehow these Muslims doing something to my mind kept me in a shock. I can't accept it, pain. I make mistakes. So you may come on my mistakes and pick on my mistakes, but you don't see the mistakes your translators have made. The mistakes in the Quran, the crookedness in the Quran, you don't see. The contradiction in the Quran, you don't see. And the retaliation that as a Shia, I would say, when I understood Surah Hashar, ayat 2, that said the time of Prophet Muhammad, breaking of houses and making the believers break their houses and cutting of trees and exiling them from Yathrib. So, and then the Sunnis take the interpretation, the tafsir, and say that there was an attempted murder, but you can't trust in that tafsir. The Quran says opposition to Allah and the Messenger, and you can see in Surah Tawbah and other ayats, if there's opposition to Allah and the Messenger, sometimes Allah will decide, but there's a punishment also, and then putting things together here and there broken, you get this, what you call it, that it boils down to you will be punished in this life also if you oppose Allah and the Messenger. Right? For the Ahl Kitab and Jizya, fight them, Surah Tawbah, take them. So that, and the Polytheists. Polytheists were finished. And excuse me, in Surah Hashar, as I showed earlier, let me just put in this point where it says that you will not be able to go with them. You say that we will protect you, we will be with you, we will, if you're fought, we will fight, we will defend you, we will help you. If you're exiled, we will, be exiled. But this is actually what happened to the polytheists also. We see in Surah Tawbah, they were exiled. They had to leave, otherwise they would be killed wherever found. And within some months were given to them, but they were finally exiled from Makkah, their city. And I don't think God could have chosen someone else. And please don't go to Hindus and say that there are some mantras that can harm you if you use it in a bad way or something like this. I would reject that too. But the Hindu thing is that it's different from this. The religions, you can use the Bible, you can use the Kabbalah of the Torah and the Jews' book to do harm. Yes, but the thing is here. What was I thinking? So yes, it is, but I don't want to be. I'm sorry. There's this. You can't. At least not with the Hindu scriptures. You can't compare it. Okay, and you have a lot of conflict between Shias and Sunnis. Some Sunni extremists want to kill Shias, calling them kafirs and all this, putting blasphemy on them. What's happened recently in Pakistan against, it's going to affect the Shias, the Shia religious scholars jailed and all this will be jailed more. Recently, you can see Ghalib Kamal's video now, right, from the live stream. So where am I now? So you see, okay, Surah Maida 55 says, your ally is none but Allah. But how come in Surah Fussilat, sorry. How come? So Surah Fussilat ayat 31, now we angels were your allies in worldly life. So those Sunni Muslims also were afraid to take it. What? Just compare these two ayats, Surah Maida ayat 55 and Surah 41 ayat 31. Contradiction, right? Can you see the contradiction in this between them in worldly life? And yeah, about this, right? So the Sunnis' vision is dimmed. It's right what Abul Ala Maududi has written about under this footnote. On the second footnote of first footnote, I have to check where did it say? Yeah, yes, on this Al Imran verse 7. Sorry if I didn't complete my sentence earlier on. Your vision is dimmed. You can't think. And on the other hand, the Quran says think, reflect, intellect. Now I read the Ismaili notes it. No, sorry, the Ismaili on the Ismaili website that Prophet Muhammad is the highest intellect. So your intellect could never go wrong if you use it. And it should come to this light brought here. Along with Prophet Muhammad being a light, mercy here, light also, right? So I have to try to, maybe due to like being discouraged so badly. Can you not see? Oh, okay, you're not going to see it because you take every verse by face value. Nothing is implied here. So you're not doing justice at all to anyone. And then don't force the people to come to this religion. Because there are ayats which say, use your aql, use your intellect. Oh, men of understanding. Appealing to men of understanding, I don't know, hearts, understanding hearts, or understanding minds. So, Surah Fussilat says, we angels were your allies. This I missed in my previous live stream to show it directly. Contradiction against Surah Maida 55. Then please don't blame others if you can't. If you're not going to go through this neutrally at first, using your mind first. And there are implied things here that we need to see. And I'm not seeking discord. You see, I'm not the one seeking discord. There's already discord between Sunni and Shias. I was trying to bridge that discord, that conflict. And I will show you. I'm not telling you to go and kill the Muslims and, be like berate them and insult them and all this. Whatever the Arab Christians are doing, insulting if they insult they say, already our Allah has told us in Surah Maida that they'll be mocking you and insulting you, right? Laughing at you. So you're doing and how much is Bible is well written and all this, very clear, more clear than this. I think anything is better than this Quran, but I don't say it's true. As long as I wouldn't say that. I have to be honest. That's why I'm not holding on to the Bible either. As long as it is lesser evil, but I have to tell you it's lesser evil and it's false. Although I quote sometimes from the Bible, Jesus is saying, okay, so we angels were your allies, awliya. In worldly life also it says here, please. I don't know how to reach to the Sunni Muslims after. Like if they're not going to use their mind, first start with using your mind, neutrally unbiased, unprejudiced, as a researcher. Start from scratch. What I've done, do that. You don't have to give me any credit for that. But like I'm just showing you this is the way one should do it. Research. See, like the Quran says, if there are any contradictions, much contradictions in the Quran, then it is from other than Allah. That's the beginning. That's how it should have been done. So step by step, right? See, first, also see this. So at that time, in the beginning step, then when you become a believer, you have to obey Allah and the Messenger. And then it's another thing, like those vested in authority. What the Shia say about this is different than what the Sunni say. Then there also is a difference, but obey those vested in authority among you. And ask those who know the Ahl Zikr if you do not know. Okay, did I make this clear? But all the time, some Muslim is going to come and tell me that you are severely wrong. You have misunderstood. Surah Maida 55, your ally is none but Allah. I've taken Sahih International and Tahfimul Quran, Abul Ala Maududi's translation. Only Allah, His Messenger, and those who believe. I don't know what the Shia say about this translation, but I took the Sunni one, says alone is. Your ally is none, only Allah. Then how come the angels are also your allies? Awliya in Surah Fussilat ayat 31. And then 39, Surah 39, ayat 3, unquestionably, Surah Zumar ayat 3, unquestionably for Allah is the pure religion. And those who here it says, remember I told you the footnote, acceptable to Allah is that none be associated with Him in worship and obedience. So you can apply to my first, point I was giving, I've forgotten. Unquestionably, Surah Zumar 3, unquestionably, for Allah is the pure religion, and those who take protectors besides Him say, we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah in position. It's a bit difficult to use my eyes from left to right to move them, moving my eyes also. So please bear with me. There's a lot of pressure, harassment, obstacles in my way right now. Worship them that they may bring us near to Allah in position. In position is additional use, near to Allah, I think. Indeed, Allah will judge between them concerning that over which they differ. Indeed, Allah does not guide he who is a liar and confirmed disbeliever. And the next ayat is on Jesus Christ and the Son, taking the Son. But if Allah wanted, he can. So you could say this is for Ahl Kitab, but this is, no. This also seems to be for the polytheists. If it's for the Ahl Kitab, then why would it say that those who take protectors besides him, with him, right? With him they take the gods, Maryam, Mary, and the son, Jesus. Excuse me. Anyway, so here it's beside him, but they say we only, meaning, but is from me, not in this ayat. Say we only worship them that they may bring us nearer to Allah. And in position, Sahih International translation. Indeed, Allah, yeah. So near to Allah and near to Allah. These awliyas, they say they worship. But the point is they worship them so that they can get near to Allah. And the Quran, I say that they worship wrong people. It's like a cult or something, the false, and they would not be taken to near to Allah. They will be misled because Satan, they're worshipping Satan and all this, right? This is what the other eyes would say. It's a loss to you, great loss. Don't follow these awliyas. Don't say you worship them. You worship only Allah. But it's implied indirectly, intercession of Prophet Muhammad, obedience to Prophet Muhammad, Surah Nisa 80. You see? Now here footnote, i.e. acceptable to Allah is that none be associated with them in worship and obedience. In worship and obedience, none be associated with them. How many times do I repeat myself? Am I severely misunderstanding something? It's very, very clear. And something which is clear to your mind, this evidence reeking out of this, direct from your footnote. And you're telling me to come to this lie, that evidence is contrary to this religion from the Quran ayats and a little bit of help from the footnote. I mean, who will tell me to come to a lie just because you are treating me well today? Or since yesterday, or since, some few months, or a year, or some years now, year. Huh? And who is going to drag me against evidence and say, believe in a rapist, believe in a tyrant of his time, believe in a liar, false prophet? Huh? The unjust. Totally unjust. So you may be good in manners and treating me right, but you're totally unjust in this way to say, bring me back to this religion, which is packed with lies. Too many lies, too many distortions, crookedness, too many contradictions. You're being very unjust, extremely, severely unjust to me, when evidence is on the contrary in these Quran ayats, again and again coming out, as I'm doing the live streams. In series, I'm showing you. Who in their right mind would do something like this? Pull me back into this false religion. Now, so this is clear. Obedience, Surah Nisa 80. Obedience to Prophet Muhammad is equivalent to obedience to Allah. Obedience to Allah. Okay? So So it's wrong what the footnotes are saying. Maybe the Shias will be disagreeing here. That no, that's like that's association in a manner. What would the Shia say if they look at the Sunni footnote here? What would the Shia say? I wonder. Then we have Surah Najm ayats have started now. Surah Najm ayat 5. Allama Shadid al-Quwa. Shadidu al-Quwa or Shadid al-Quwa. So Dr. T.B. Irving says someone and puts in brackets angel Gabriel, firm in strength has taught him. Now when I looked at the Surah Takwir ayats, it made sense that this is not Allah. But the Shia say this is Allah and not the Rasul Kareem in Surah Takwir ayats who taught him. Right? So we're going to the Shia. Surah Najm ayat. Commentary. Right? So here the Shia say it starts with the fifth ayat. This commentary is important. Fifth ayat. It says that the Lord of Might, the translation of Shakir, you can see, it's not the Lord of Mighty Power has taught him. Rabbul. It's not Rabb. I've seen in the Quran.com translation of the fifth Surah Najm ayat. It's not the Lord of Mighty Power has taught him. Not the Lord at all. This translation isn't close to the Arabic ayat. The ayat in Arabic. To know who is the teacher of the Holy Prophet, see commentary of verses 2 to 4 of Ar-Rahman. So I didn't for now. Shadidul Quwa, the supreme power. I didn't want to waste my time also. Now, more on the Shia commentary. But remember, the Shias have been given the commentary by the one who got the message they believe. And then Imam Ali, the chosen one, after him, succession. Problem also, that is between the Sunnis and the Shias, who to take. They think they've worked it out. Each one thinks, but there's a conflict there, lurking since the onset, Prophet Muhammad, from the onset. The supreme in power is Allah, Shadidul Quwwah. Now, the Quwwati is Rasul Kareem in Surah Takwir ayat 20, with the owner of the throne secure. So the Shia's commentary in this is wrong, coming from, whether it's coming from any of their Imams, or the Sahabas who were with Imam Ali and with Prophet Muhammad also. So those Sahabas that were on the side of Ahlul Bayt, the progeny of Prophet Muhammad, Ali, they're wrong. If this commentary is coming from those Sahabas. The supreme in power. Does it say the supreme in power? Shadid. It says Shadid, like Shadid is like very strong in power. Firm, very strong. Shadid. Not supreme. Oh, goodness. So when you take the Surah Takwir ayats, it all falls into place. And I think here also they say go to Surah Takwir ayats to see. And where it says that. Anyhow, let's proceed. Shadidul Quwa, and there's Zu Quwati, Zi Quwati, Deen. Zi Quwatin, with the owner of the throne secure. So I have to keep repeating this. Surah Takwir ayat 20. Rasul Kareem 19. With the owner of the throne. Where am I being wrong? I'm telling you the Shias are wrong in this. Please see. I'm giving you the words, word by word. Like I can't explain properly. But I'm doing my best, right? Shadid, and that one is Di Quwwati. So, can it be the Lord? If you read Surah Takwir later also, you'll see that he saw him or something, that this Rasul Kareem is different from Rasul Islam, Holy Prophet. Shias also. How you have been deceived by your Imams, the Ali Muhammad, I will be showing you. And the culprit is him, by the way. So, Sunnis, please don't blame the Shias, because the culprit is him. They say, the Shia say we took it from him. And there's continuity and consistency in us. From him to Imam Ali, the light of Allah, passing, the knowledge, light, this, that. First comes to Prophet by the Holy Spirit in his heart, and the eye Jibreel. Shadidul Quwa, the supreme in power is Allah. Shias can't get it, because they've been with, to translate and interpret it as the angel Jibreel, which the Sunnis do. I've shown you previous live stream, also this live stream, is to belie the verses. Yeah, did I show you that the Najm ayats from the Sunni footnotes, Quran.com? I'll be showing you more on that. To translate and interpret, but in my previous live stream I have. Angel Jibreel is to belie the verses 30 to 38 of Surah Baqarah. Belying, oh look, contradiction. So they're going to Surah Baqarah and saying, see commentary and verse 75 of Sa'ad also. Surah Sa'ad. All the angels were asked to. So because Jibreel was asked to bow to Adam, Jibreel was one of the angels who prostrated themselves before Adam when Adam taught them the names. They did not know. As mentioned in the commentary of the verses of Al-Baqarah, Surah Baqarah, on the authority of well-known Muslim scholars referred to Zur al-Mansur, Kunz al-Amal, Yanabi al-Mawadat, Riyaz al-Nuzra, and Arjah al-Muttalib. The names were Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. Even if the names are interpreted as wisdom, see, he's making his family members important. And through Ali it has come to all these. And the rest of them, right? Can't blame the Shias for being deceived thoroughly. And even though I say that there, I believe in the Surah Najm that it's not Allah. At least it's not Allah. It's not directly said it's Jibreel, but it's not Allah. It's Rasul Kareem who is in Surah Takwir, apart from Allah, with the owner of the throne secure, who propelled him to go near to, at least Allah, as the Shias believe he went near to Allah. Mi'raj. Those are Mi'raj ayats. These are Mi'raj. And there's an ayat which comes in the sixth one. I will show you. It says Mi'raj. So all this you can read, and in if, for example, here, so this is how he's put his family members above, like Ali, Alin, the high ones. So I have to read this. Now, after the names taught were Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, even if the names are interpreted as wisdom, then too, Jibreel cannot be the teacher of the Holy Prophet. Cannot. Excuse me. As the Holy Prophet is the superiormost prophet among all. What's happening here, They've not looked at Surah Takwir ayats. They've been deceived. I don't know what's happened here. I don't agree to the Shias anymore on this, that it was not Jibreel who taught him. The Allama, Shadid al-Quwa is not Jibreel. Or that Rasul Kareem in Surah Takwir ayats. zi quwwati, with the owner of the throne. So I would not understand it reading my own past Shia, the ayats in Surah Najm. I get confused. Like he came forward, he did this. It's not even clear, and then he's gone to the greatest science. And the way it's translated here, okay, if I can jump, the Lord of Strength. So he attained completion, meaning he attained Mehraj. I'll show you here. So now, the way the Shia say, it has come to them about Surah Sad, ayat 75. Allah asked Yatan, "Are you arrogant or are you one of the Aleen, the high ones?" It means there were some servants of Allah. Now, this only from the Shias, not the Sunnis. It means there were some servants of Allah described as Aleen, plural of Ali, who were superior to Adam, therefore exempted from prostrating themselves before Adam on account of their superiority over him. So it is proved that it is Allah who taught. It's proved. Now it's proved? No, it isn't. For me, it isn't proved by the Shias. Because I can see that there's someone else, Rasul Kareem. Who is he? And when you read the rest of the Surah Takbir ayats, you see that it's not even Prophet Muhammad. It's someone else other than Prophet Muhammad, who is Zi Quwwati, possessor of strength, with the owner of the throne secure. And he saw him, or there's a particular ayat in Surah Takbir. We'll go there. But you see how these ayats can be changed a little by little. And this I don't say, but the interpretation you can use this, that those are, do you think you are of those who are, you see the Sunnis don't say that. Even if Allah has mentioned here Aleen, it means that there were some Aleen who were exempted from bowing. You think you are the mighty high one, like perhaps like me? I am the highest attribute. Allah is for Allah, no one else, right? Allah. So you see how this thing can be distorted. This big division since ages, conflict, hatred. Sunni extremists cannot take the utter. Sunnis cannot take the blood of Shias, because this is what they got. And from whom? Blame it on Prophet Muhammad, then it's all his family members, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein. Are you arrogant or are you one of the Aleen, high ones? But when you read it at face value, it means, wouldn't that be Allah alone? But here, no one taught him. The supreme in power is Allah. Sorry, there is another one too. Possessor of power, Rasul Kareem, with the owner of the throne secure. And he is not the messenger of Allah, the prophet of Islam. You can read the rest of the ayats and figure it out with Najm, with Surah Najm ayats. You see how this ayats can be distorted. Are you arrogant or are you one of the Ali? It means that, now this is the Shia side. It means that there were some servants of Allah described as Aleen, not even Allah, exempted from prostrating themselves before Adam on account of their superiority over him. So if you see Maryam bow with those who bow, these people, these ones don't bow to anyone but Allah, like Shaitan. Even Iblis only bowed to Allah, but this prostration, he said, no, I'm not going to do it to Adam. And only they are exempt. what is the thing of that? Conclusion on that. What is the effect of that? Superiority over him, over Adam also, on account of the superior over him. But then you can say that there are some superior people. But here you're saying it can't be anyone, because look at Surah Baqarah 30 to 38. Also this. Not only that it's come from Imam Ali, like it's come like how to research, how to go to the ayats and see that this is not Allah. They've been taught, the Shias, to look at it this way, the Quran. And who's the culprit? The Holy Prophet is the culprit. The Prophet of Islam is the culprit. So like that, you see the problems between Muslims. It makes a world of a difference. So what happens? The Sunnis say that the Shias have a disease, perversity in their hearts. We cannot take them. They covered us, kill them. Hypocrites. Surah Azab, ayat 60 to 61. And from no mortal created being he received any kind of knowledge, the Holy Prophet. So it is proved that it is proved that it is Allah who taught the Holy Prophet, and from no mortal created being he received any kind of knowledge. No mortal created being he received any, but it's the word of the Rasul Kareem, and that's not Rasulullah, this one, the Prophet, this one. As mentioned in the commentary of Baqarah 78. So there we go. They're giving verses from the Surah Baqarah. A lot of contradictions, I tell you. You see? And other verses in connection with the interpretation of the word Ummi. Ooh, the Shias have got this now. So I would tell the Shias, a lot of contradictions in the Quran. Oh, so Ummi, the word Ummi, coming in which ayat? To tell you, in this ayat, as mentioned in the commentary of Baqarah 78, a lot of research to do. And the Shias, one of them is going to come here and tell me that you are misinterpreting. Okay. How high this Prophet is, how high, right? Only Allah can teach him. Surah Tahrim, what he has done, so God conscious, so high that he was exempted from even, these five were exempted from prostrating to Adam. And what a low thing he's done in Surah Tahrim. Taking an oath, pleasing his wives, breaking a command of Allah. In Surah Ma'idah, given to the believers, in Surah Ma'idah 87. So don't tell me to go to you haven't gone to Surah Baqarah 78? Ummi, to get the interpretation. And you are misunderstanding this. Now, don't tell me that. Error. No commentary on that ayat in Surah Yunus, ayat 90, is it? That he is in doubt. Prophet Muhammad himself doubted the revelation coming on him. No commentary from the Shias on that. No commentary why Allah stopped him from marrying more women, even if the beauty pleased him. No commentary on why Allah stopped him. No commentary. Okay, let's see 6 now. This is about Mi'raj to make sure. Oh God, I was scared. The Lord of Strength, so he attained completion. This is the translation of for the Shias, I think, Shakir. Refer to the commentary of Bani Israel, one for Mi'raj, ascension. Now make sure from the Shia side. The Holy Prophet held in view the entire universe from the highest position, where he found Jibreel. Then the Holy Prophet drew near to Allah. Okay? drew near to Allah. Acha, the one, okay, so he went closer to Allah till a distance. See, I can't understand. The Shia, if I read Surah Najm in the Shia way, my former religion way, sect, I would not be able to understand the Quran is very confusing. But I read the Sunni way, and in that way I understood. Oh, that this is consistency. Jibrail, he ascended, then he descended, then he came nearer, and all that. But the way the Shias take it now, a little bit, it's confusing. Anyhow, now I would tell the Shias to go to Surah Takwir and see, isn't there another Rasul Kareem? Apart from this Rasulullah of Islam, Allah, this. Please read Surah Takwir, Ayats, and see. Start from 19, go down onwards. Then, next ayat. Then the Holy Prophet drew near to Allah till a distance of 2 bows or still nearer. The nearness described by still nearer cannot be imagined by human mind. It is the nearest nearness possible. Look at the ayat. It's like perhaps even nearer or something like this. Okay. So you're so good at you Shias are very good at words. Can you please explain those? Or still nearer. The nearness described. Okay, it's out of imagination of human mind. It is the nearest nearness possible. But the way the ayat is put, between the finite and the infinite, Arabic idiom, Qaba Qawsain, indicates extreme nearness. So here I failed to tell you that Jibrail, since he saw taking this Shia, that those they worship awliyas down here, Surah Zumar, they take them near to Allah. So an angel, when he saw the angel, he was the propeller. Seeing him, he was the one who came from the throne, who is with the throne, with Allah, the owner of the throne, right? Surah Takwir. So I think he's the one who helped propel at least Rasulullah. Or if that ever happened with this prophet, this false prophet, that, this is how the polytheists would worship their awliyas, because they are the propellers like angels to make them go near to Allah, rise above, raise them up, nearer and nearer and nearer, going up and up, higher, in higher realms and dimensions, and then reaching nearness to Allah. Surah Sumarait 3. So Shias have failed me here, but I don't, and also I don't agree to the Shia here. The drawn bows with the quotes touching, making a circle of union, yet the Holy Prophet is not to be considered as totally absorbed into divinity. No, there's no oneness in this divinity. There's no fusion, no merging. Totally absorbed. No, can't be. The nearness stands for the highest position of the Holy Prophet in the order of creation, the nearest to Allah. Like that. It was a custom among the Arabs that when 2 individuals joined their bows, it implied that both of them were united or bound. United. Then why are you using this? Because it could give a if you're using this kind of custom of the Arabs, the pagan, stupid Arabs, you're using the pagan idiom, metaphor, allegorical, niches. Look at what the pagan polytheists have given you. You're using that idiom from the, I see, it was a custom among the Arabs that when two individuals joined their bows, it implied that both of them were united or bound by an agreement to shoot their arrows simultaneously in one direction. Like, bring your vision, all of you, one direction, to the same, one and the same, not against yourselves. Wow, amazing. This the polytheists did, pagan Arab. So you've stolen that. So this is not original. We were told everything in this, wal wala, ye Quran Pak hai, wal wala. Every word in this is original. So Kaaba, idiom, Arabic idiom, Kaaba or Kaaba, Kosain indicates extreme nearness, and this is an idiom, Arabic idiom, and it comes from, it was a custom, it was these pagan, stupid pagans' customs. मुख नहीं है जिनमें, दिमाग नहीं है, understanding नहीं है, brainless, jahil, jut, ignorant. So to get to Allah, he's using this pagan Arab idiom from long custom. It became a custom for them. It is from them. It's not from Allah. He has borrowed it. Showing pagan signs, definitely showing that angel Jibril was the propeller. He looked and he saw in his heart. But then there's a vision too from the eye, maybe, ayat. But at first it says, would you just, no, before it says, he saw it in his heart, fa'ad, also. So this is a pagan Arab of two bows where he's borrowed this Quran ayat, idiom from a pagan. That means it's borrowing, it's stealing, or borrowing, let's say even not stealing, but borrowing from the, this is not originally coming from, then Allah is using a pagan, like this is the kalam of Allah. Then even Allah is using the pagan najis, filthy, vile, filthy pagan Arab custom. Oh, forget it. My mind, I'm sorry, I have to drop this. Fatadallah implies that the Holy Prophet brought himself low. I wonder what my Arabic pronunciation comes from. Fatadallah implies that the Holy Prophet brought himself low. Maybe Iraq. I don't know. Low in utmost humility before the manifest glory of the Lord. Fatadallah implies that the Holy Prophet brought himself low in utmost humility before, wasn't it Jibril? They say the Sunnis in Jibril, manifest glory of the Lord. So the problem is here, it's all in one, like for the ayat 7, I don't know. I can't get what Fatadallah, where is Fatadallah now? The word. And so you can see this, Shias, I really don't understand it. When they were explaining to me Surah Tahrim, also my aunt or someone, I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand Surah Azab from the Shia side. What is this? The way they defend? Sorry, I don't understand. And not that just because I don't understand. I understand. I'm confused here. Really confused. The nature of communion with Allah at the nearest point is incommunicable. So there is a Miraj here, right? But I think the propeller was Rasul Kareem, Surah Takwir. This one is mentioned apart from Allah. It's so contrary to what the Shias have said here. And the Miraj took place. For all details of ascension, Miraj, see commentary of Bani Israel. 1. The nature of communion with Allah at the nearest point is incommunicable and incomprehensible to anyone who is not from the Holy Prophet. Hakam Adipuya says verses 1 to 8 assert the infallibility. It's not like, me going on and explaining and like someone asking me, it says that the very foolish people like me, fools like me, so I'm not a genius, I guess I'm far from it, a fool. The first degree of realization is the what? The first degree of realization he reached is the scene of istiwa in the highest part of the horizon, which is the highest stage of the angelic force, at which appear the two arcs, the arc of creation and the arc of Godhead. I think it's come from the Polytheists to meet each other. Here the Holy, again, it's come from Polytheists, where it was an Arab already. Shias themselves are saying this Arab custom. Here the Holy Prophet and Jibril heard a voice saying, "Glory be to me, I am the Lord of the angels and the spirits. My mercy subdues my wrath." Then moving further beyond the dualistic view, he entered the state of awaiting or pending, not terminated, between the finite and the infinite, joining point of the two arcs, after which comes the phase of Adna, where all dualistic considerations concerning the two arcs disappear. The whole becomes a circle where the absolute infinite manifests overall encompassment and penetration. At this stage of total submission, absorption, the Holy Prophet comes into direct communion with the infinite absolute. Communion, direct communion, but not merging, and receives most important message, which is known to him and his Lord. What if the Polytheists said this? Imam Jafar al-Sadiq said, this is the sixth Imam of the 12 Shias, and also the Ismaili Shias, Imam, from where the split took place from his two sons. It was in this state that the command relating to Wilaya or Imama, Wilaya or Imama with finality was revealed to the Holy Prophet Nama, and he is in the highest part of the horizon. Then he drew near, then he bowed. So what I was unable to, explain to you, show you yesterday, at least showing you, but not able to explain to you, and repeating myself in my previous live stream, is that Jibrail, other than Allah, helped them. And you go to Surah Takwir now to make it easy, right? Going to Surah Takwir, Ayats. Who is this Surah Takwir? You see, because from verse 19, I'll start. Apart from Allah, a Rasul Kareem, who is not even the messenger, right, of Allah, the Rasul, this Rasulullah of Islam, this Prophet, who is not this Prophet. Indeed, okay, that indeed it is a word, a nobleness of a nobleman. Indeed, it is surely a word of a messenger noble, word by word, translation in English, Kareem, who is possessed of power with the owner of the throne secure, okay, obeyed there in heavens and trustworthy, obeyed there and trustworthy, obeyed there and trustworthy, not in the heavens. Anyways, it could imply that. 22, or maybe from another ayat, implying, right? And your companion is not mad. Okay. So this, the Shias would say, is Prophet Muhammad, and he has already seen him in the clear horizon. What? Oh, so this is about Prophet Muhammad. He has already seen Allah. Would you say he's but saw him? Oh, it's on silent. Ra'ahu. Ahu is like the name of the deer of Imam Raza, who he saved from a hunter. Ahu, right? Okay, he saw Ra'ahu. He saw him in the horizon. What do the Shia say about this? And he, i.e. Muhammad, is not a withholder of knowledge of the unseen. Well, he only, whatever happened between him and God, there's some eyes, we don't know, or something's message conveyed to him, no one knows. And it is not the word of a devil expelled. Okay, now you need to see this. I think that this Rasul Kareem is still Jibrail. Why? Because maybe multilingual Quran. Let me show you. Who is this? In the big, when I came here before, let's see. I could be wrong. So, where is it? Surah Takwir. What number is it? 81, I think. Okay. 81. Now, please. Oh, God, no. The coughing is like a nervous thing. Jibrail, an honorable messenger angel, brings divine messages to the most honored prophet of Allah. Hear it? So? No, wait. Don't jump the gun, Zahra. The Holy Prophet. For the high status of the Holy Prophet, see commentary of Bani Israel and Najm. Bani Israel, Surah Bani Israel, Ayat 1, and Surah Najm, Ayat 2. I'll say Ayat, although it's plural too. It means plural. 210, Surah Najm, wherein his nearness to Allah has been described as distance of 2 bowls or nearer. See commentary, which is the highest possible perfection an infinite created being could achieve. On. So Jibrail, an honorable messenger angel. Look. So Jibrail is the honorable messenger angel in, I need not go far, right? Surah Takwir, 19. He is the honorable messenger. Brings divine messages to the most. Why should I go so reading all this? Apart from the Holy Prophet. Huh? What? Excuse me. I'm so shocked. Okay, I might get the blood shooting up or some. I can't believe this. So you see, this is where the Shias have been deceived by this Holy Prophet and his progeny imams and all that telling. But here it's given Jibrail. It's Jibrail, possessor of power. And you go to the 20th ayat. The possessor of strength, having so Shadid in power, Jibrail, not the supreme Allah alone. In Najm, what the Shia say. Here it one to be obeyed. It's still talking about this Rasul Kareem. According to the Shias, also is Jibrail mentioned in 19. In the ayat 19. Do you see this? So now, shall I more? Have to. I'm a little bit shaken up here. I need to take a break. I'll continue after a little while. Sorry about this. I just had a shaking up shock. Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.